Hey guys, this is Captain Frugal reporting from duty, and if you're like me, you enjoy the Nintendo Switch, but the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons have just never been exactly what you're looking for in a controller. So today I'm going to be reviewing none other than the NYXI Wireless Controllers, the Nintendo Switch. So sit back and enjoy.
The Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons are a great piece of tech, and they do a lot of things and they do it well, but it often has me asking, are these the best controllers for the system? Here we have the NYXI controller. It's a wireless controller for none other than the Nintendo Switch. You can use it like this, or you can use it each one individually. As you see here, it's a beautiful piece of tech. It looks really good. It seems sturdy. All the buttons are right where they should be. They're all the buttons you need for a Nintendo Switch controller. If you look here, this is where you'll be plugging in the controller using USB-C to charge it, unless you plug it in on the Nintendo Switch dock. Here I am, charging up the left side of the Switch controller. Notice the flashing lights indicating that it is charging. Now, if you do want to charge both sides at the same time, you'll need to get yourself a separate cable to charge it, or you can plug it into the Nintendo Switch. Alright, so I have the Nintendo Switch right here, and the first thing I want to do is show you how easy it is to hook this controller up to the Switch and sync it together. It really is important, in my opinion, to make things like this as simple as possible, otherwise people will get frustrated with it very quickly. So here I am, I'm just going to take this part here, and I'm going to hook it on to the Nintendo Switch directly. I'm just going to slide it right into the slots, and it's a nice easy feel. It's not too tight, it's not too loose, goes in, and it, boom, look at that. It's already detected it. It's working fine without any issues already. One thing that I noticed too really quickly is that I really like the buttons on here. We have the set button, the turbo here, so they're not in the way. We don't accidentally hit them. Also, it just feels good and sturdy. The buttons have the right amount of tension to them. Same with the analog sticks and the D-pad, where sometimes you get a third-party controller, they just don't seem up to snuff. I'm also going to take and play with these lights a little bit here. You can adjust them so they're the same color, different colors, that they can alternate between colors, or be 3 colors on each side. What you do is you use the turbo button and you push the analog stick and select through those options. Next, I'm going to just set it down here so you can see as it cycles through the colors. You can have it breathe through them if you will, or you can have it just one solid color or each separate colors. Matter of fact, I'm going to dim the lights in just a second so you can see how bright they are in the dark. I really like this. I prefer one solid color myself, but Little Frugal loves it either cycling through them or having 3 colors on each side show all at the same time. So as you see in the dark, it gives a lot of light off. It looks really good. Those are nice bright lights. It just has a cool look. For those of you that love having LED lights all over the place in your game room, I think this will sit and fit in really well.
Well, now that I've had a lot of time to work with this, I played with this for several weeks. Not only did I test it myself, but I also passed it on to my son, Little Frugal, which gives this thing an extensive testing. I want to give you the pros as well as the cons. First of all, I think it's sturdy. I think these are built sturdy and built well with a nice ABS plastic. They feel really good. I don't think there's going to be any issues there. I love the size and comfort. I can't stress that enough. That's probably my number one thing about this, is the size and comfort of these are just amazing. These are the best ones I felt in my hands for me personally. And I've tried out a lot of different ones. Some that felt very good, but this one seems to just be the best in my hands. Another one too is the turbo mode is very easy to use. On the back, you're going to see a turbo button, and you just hit that and hit any button on that corresponding controller. So for example, if you hit the turbo button on this one, you can hit any of the buttons on here to make any of those turbo, as well as on this one, and then just hold it and hit the button again to turn it off. And you can even adjust the turbo. I like that a lot. Another thing too is that it's wireless and wired. So you can use this wirelessly, or you can use it connected directly to it, and that's what I mean by wired. And I absolutely love that. This is the only way, I have to say, that I will play the Switch Portable. I don't like playing the Switch Portable with the Joy-Cons, but when I have these kind of controllers on here, it's the only way I really can do it. The only way it fits good in my hands to do that. And I like that I have the option to put this into the little dock there and use it that way as well. The vibration is also good. It has multiple settings, though I will say the vibration is loud. So there's a positive and a negative. The vibration is very good, but it's a little loud. But it is adjustable. I always like it when they give you options for that. I think a great sign of a good controller is options. Another aspect I like about this controller is the sleep mode. You don't have to worry about accidentally leaving it on and draining your batteries. After 5 minutes, it will automatically shut down if there is no activity, which is always good, especially, to be honest, with kids and things. They're going to be killing these things left and right battery-wise because they leave things on where we don't have to worry. If he shuts it down, boom, within 5 minutes of inactivity, it's going to get turned off. And I'll admit, I forget once in a while too. Another thing I like about this is they're super easy to get set up and synced with the Nintendo Switch. All you have to do is slide these things in, which are a great fit, and it syncs up automatically. That's all I had to do. There's a little chime, boom, I'm ready to rock and roll. If you want to do it wirelessly, it's still not hard to just hit the sync button pretty much and go through the normal sync process, making it very easy, because there's nothing that deters somebody more, in my opinion, than something complicated and takes too long to figure out how to get working. Another aspect I like of this is it says 8 hours of playtime. Now I can't guarantee that, but I will say I've had a lot of hours of playtime on it and no issues. The reason I can't guarantee it is my son will play this in docking mode. He kept doing that, and that automatically charges this, which is a good thing. I'm glad it charges it, and I want to bring that up in just a moment in the cons. But having it in docking mode, playing it that way, will charge this. So if you put this in your dock, it's charging. That's probably the best way, in my opinion, to charge these. Once again, I'll go over that in just a moment. Another aspect of this is the macro buttons. On the back of each section here, there's a set button on each controller. You can hold that and set up a macro for the buttons. Each button for the setting corresponds with that particular Joy-Con. So keep that in mind. The set button on this one will work with this one. The one on here works with this. They don't cross work together. That could be an improvement maybe in that regard, but still, not bad at all. Now, it's not fair just to talk about the positives. In a good solid review, I think it's always good to also mention the negatives. So let's talk about those. I already mentioned how I would prefer to charge these in the docking station. One of the major reasons is if I put this in a Nintendo Switch dock, it's going to charge these at the same time. If you don't do that, you have to plug in each one independently, and you can only charge one at a time with the USB-C cable unless you have an additional one. On top of that, it doesn't come with the power brick to charge these. Now, that's not a big deal breaker because, to be honest, most of us have them already, and that seems to be the way a lot of these products are going. They don't come with the power brick. It's a good way to reduce cost. I didn't really find that to be a problem. I have quite a few power bricks. I tested it out. The problem I have with it, though, is you have to charge each one separately. But once again, if you put it in the Nintendo Switch dock, it's good. No problems there at all. And the other minor nitpick I have is that the vibration tends to be loud. I don't like a loud vibration, but it's not a deal killer. You have the variable adjustments for that, so you can turn it down a little bit and reduce the noise a little bit. But otherwise, I'm really liking that. Well, there you have it, guys. For a wonderful replacement alternative controller to the Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons, and in my opinion, I like them a lot more. And for a lower price, which you can't ever beat that, you can get the NYXI Wireless Controllers for the Nintendo Switch. I really like the feel of it. I like what it has. It feels sturdy. I think it's going to last a long time. Matter of fact, I like them so much, I think I'm going to buy the Pro version and give it a shot too. So I'll probably have a review on that up here after I get that and have adequate time to test it. On top of that, if you want to help out the channel, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you don't mind, leave a comment. What do you think of this controller, or what do you think about the Joy-Cons in general? If you want to help this channel out too, we have a Patreon as well as a Subscribe Star where you can join us for as little as $1 a month, which helps me to give me the money to do reviews like this, as well as many other things. By the way, if you do join those, you get additional special Patreon Subscribe Star supporter videos, as well as a selection of music tracks, which I'm constantly adding more to. Should have another one there for you soon. Once again, thank you for watching. Until next time, keep it moving.